Welcome back to Let's Play Beast Wars Transformers. Getting very quickly into the maximal playthrough.
Cheetor, Dinobot.
Oh, let's
We all love the Maximals. Especially Dinobot.
Best Maximal.
He had laser eyes.
And here we are again in a place completely inconceivable to exist on Earth at the time.
You think that's bad? The level's backwards.
Yep.
Their way of recycling the design, which is actually kind of clever. Their way of filling out the level designs for both sides is basically make each side have a level that is basically a reversal of what it is for the other side. So basically, we've already been here as the Predacons, now we're going through here as the Maximals. In reverse! Innovation!
Yep. What's with this fucking grass? Or is this just a giant green carpet?
I don't know. Maybe it's sod. Blasters everywhere, and I'm a raptor.
I'm a raptor. Let's Jurassic Park
God.
this shit.
Dinobot. Most unrealistic transformation possible. You know, a lot of the transformations in this series are fairly unrealistic anyway, but I look at characters like Dinobot and I think, where does all of that go in robot mode?
Yep.
The only necessarily exposed beast mode parts in his robot mode are his beast head and legs, which become his
Bless.
Thank you. Which become his torso and arms respectively. Everything else just sort of goes away.
Yep. And here, everything basically sucks up into his ass.
Yeah.
Well, no. We do know where one thing is.
His tail weapon.
Yeah.
That's a common thing amongst beast warriors, is for their
Okay,
tail
wait a minute.
to turn into a gun.
I wasn't paying attention to what you said earlier, but which part? What about his arms? I don't get his arms. They look like they're supposed to be beast arms, but his fingers are wrong.
Those are his legs.
Okay.
His arms come from his beast mode legs.
So if he punches you, he's kicking you.
I guess in a sense, yeah.
Oh my god. It all makes sense.
But I mean, look at everything else. The front of his head just sort of lays atop his torso, and apart from that and his tail, the arms are the only thing that really stand out as being part of.
And here I am, like looking over at his 10K version.
Yeah, that one they try to do fairly proper, trying to mix both show aesthetic and realistic form of raptorness. But they did it in reverse. His legs and arms actually remained legs and arms. But is totally ignoring everything behind me despite the laser war going on.
They're all shooting at you, failing.
Well, that's because I'm Dinobot! None can down me!
Why does he look like he has a face in the back of his head?
I don't think... Oh, it's hard to tell with these graphics. He might have a face in the back of his head. I do know one thing about the... Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the way he is designed in the show and sort of more or less here by extension, it looks like most of his raptor skin just sort of ducks inside him while his skeleton transforms around a robot frame.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool, but completely unrealistic. Ugh.
Wow.
The other thing is that in the show he had eye lasers.
The idea of where all the flesh, how all the flesh moves around their body is unrealistic. I mean, like, you could say some of it is like the flesh is on panels that move around, but not all of it. Like, you unlike Optimus Primal. No.
Hey, damn it. But yeah, anyway, it's Transformers. You can't really shrug off every transformation as being wholeheartedly capable of...
I don't even think in, like, the so-called realistic Michael Bay movies they even necessarily follow any set rules all the time. In fact, I pretty much doubt that they did. Get in here. You can open the door. No, not you. I mean, he can open the door.
He's too small.
He is not. He's just dumb.
Anyway, ignoring the cats, let's go back to dinosaurs. Dinosaurs!
What's with, like, City of Gold here?
I have no idea.
It's friggin' El Dorado up in this place.
Don't ask me. This is... I don't know whose design this is. It was either rhinoxes or tarantulas. Actually, I don't know if either one of them designed this. I think this is still going into that nonsense where they didn't realize that this was supposed to be prehistoric Earth. I think it's some alien planet that had its own technological design or something.
There was, like, no sense of that given. I mean, what the people who watch this not watch a single episode before they start developing? What? There wasn't even any hint of anything like this on the planet. And there were 2 movies.
Whereas if you look up in the sky, there's only one.
Maybe, like, the only information they actually had were, like, the characters, and that's it. They knew who the characters were, and that they shot stuff, and that's it. Like, maybe, those clips they have, that random clip show they have in the credits, that's probably the only information the guys who made this game had.
Well, to be quite frank, the TV show was a Canadian production anyway.
Ah, yes. We don't speak Canadian down here.
Eh?
I don't know, eh? What are you talking about?
But yeah, back to what I was saying before. In the show, Dinobot has eye lasers. Here, he shoots dual lasered blasts out of his crossbow thing.
That didn't actually shoot anything.
No, that was a combination sort of...
It was a weird thing.
It was a whirly shield with a sword.
Like, it was so improbable. Even in the show, it was like, what the fuck is this thing?
Just spins.
You're gonna hurt me with a fan? Are you gonna blow on me?
It's actually supposed to be a deflector shield, but
it spins.
Well, by spinning, it's supposed to deflect stuff.
Well, I suppose it would work against projectiles, but up close and personal, which, you know, consider he had like that not sword thing.
Yeah, it also did a weird spinny what's-its.
I would find it believable that if he attached the 2 of them together, they would be a laser weapon somehow. Somewhat.
Well, they weren't. Instead, it was some sort of impaling device. I don't know. I don't ever know if he ever used them in tandem except to show off. It was more like the whirly shield thing was a sheath for the blade.
Stop eating Skittles.
No! I will never stop eating them until I can be assured that I won't go insane again.
He has tasted the rainbow, everyone.
And he's got that look on his face because I think he knows what I meant. No.
Laser, 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 laser. But of course, I'm thinking the whole idea is that everyone had to have handheld weapons for this game's design for some arbitrary reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's even, like, wielding it like a gun, which he never did in the show. He would always, like, hold it in that weird way.
Yeah.
Also, here, I don't know, because he had, yeah, I suppose he had, like, hand fingers that didn't even look like a foot. It just looked like a thing.
Yeah, I really can't explain that.
Speaking of which, how exactly do you transform without falling on your ass if your legs turn into your arms?
I suppose you could ask that of any given Transformer, how the fuck they transform when their legs are made out of the back of their vehicle mode or something.
Yeah. The way I always figured that, the only way I ever figured it would make sense is if, like...
They jumped.
Yes. Like, you know how they did it in the Armada video game, everyone would always friggin' jump. Actually, they did that in the show, too, they'd always... At least, you know, during the little...
And the boss.
The little animations.
It is...
What is that?
A purple centaur robot.
Why do they have this thing? Oh, it's a fucking coward. Get over here! Fight! Fight like a man! Why did you... And you use a big-ass missile on this little pathetic bitch.
Yep, and that's it for part 9. We'll see you in the next part, which will be soon.